people, this is Ashley Pascal here with my YouTube channel, Dear Ashley ... See, I had to get myself together from the last video. The last video had my hair in leave-in condition. I had to just get out the shower. I was feeling a little emotional, you know, with everything that's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. Everything that's been going on had me heavy this week. My heart was heavy. My emotions were all over the place. But now I'm in a great headspace and I'm going to make a shift in the conversation just to keep it positive vibes only. And I have a new setup as far as me recording my videos. Before, I was putting my camera on top of boxes to record. Boxes. The jankiest shit ever. Now I have a stand with a light. So I'm in there like swimwear. I feel better now. I feel more confident. Cause before I'm like, damn, they gonna know my phone on top of a box. Even though y'all not gonna know that it's on top of a box, I felt that way deep down in my soul. So I couldn't make an effective video. But I'm gonna do it today. I have my blog, www.ashleypascal.com. And thus far, I have written 6 pieces on my website. The second piece, which I haven't touched on yet, is co-parenting, but it's a part 1. So it's mostly like a backstory of how I became a mother, me and my son's father's lifestyles, and how we weren't ready to be parents, and the whole co-parenting aspect was like non-existent. It was, well, non-existent on his part, and I don't mean to throw him under the bus. I rarely ever speak about my son's father, but this is a real topic that women and men go through every single day. You go on Facebook and you see mommy bashing daddy and daddies bashing mommies and all this other stuff, because the co-parenting aspect is so complicated at times. So I found this quote, and it says, co-parenting is not a competition between 2 homes. It's a collaboration of parents doing what's best for the kids. And that's where I stand when it comes to co-parenting. But some people don't see it that way. The situation isn't ideal for both parents. One parent is more so comfortable with this form of thinking, and the other parent is more so comfortable with that not existing. Some parents, they find significant others and they move on, and other parents can't understand and grasp that. So they get upset, and I feel like they take it out on the other parent because they're not yet ready for that conversation. It's over, it's done. This is what we have to do for our child as of now, and that's it. But some people want to be spiteful. They want to hold grudges. They don't want other people taking care of their children, yet they don't take care of their children. It's like the only person that you are ruining in this equation is the child, to be honest. And in my situation, I made it so that my child will never ever hurt for anything in life. And I wanted to make sure of that from day 1 to now. He's 7 years old. And though I have a husband now, he's been in my life and Solomon's life now going on 5 years. So Solomon was 2 when I met my husband. And he's taken care of him from day 1. From the first time I introduced him, he's been active. And some people don't like that. You always have those situations where people scream and shout, I don't want no other bitch taking care of my child. I don't want no other man taking care of my kids, you know? And those are one of those scenarios where it's just like, okay, they're not ready yet. It's no need to be petty against them. Because in the beginning, it's a little annoying. In the beginning, it's just like, like, here we go. Like, you've had your chance, you've had your opportunity. You did not want to take care of responsibility. So therefore, I had to do it by myself. And then this individual stepped into the equation to assist. And the fact that some people can't grasp that, like, damn, I did fuck up. That's the problem. People aren't willing to admit that they fucked up. And at the end of the day, they're stepping back on the outside looking in and watching their child being raised by someone other than themselves. And they're the only person that's holding them back from being in that equation. Like, my husband's not going anywhere. There's no, need to feel any type of way, upset. My husband's not going anywhere. He is a part of the equation. He is who my son wakes up to. He is who takes care of the majority of everything that goes on in our lives. He's not going anywhere. So when it comes down to it, that's something that has to be accepted. And some people can't accept that. So co-parenting then becomes difficult. I'm not gonna ask you for anything. I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm not gonna ask anybody for absolutely anything. Because as an adult, you know your responsibility, man or woman. You know your responsibility when you were pregnant. You knew what happened when you had sex. Now the responsibility is here in your face. You gotta take care of it. But no, I cringe a little bit when I see men and women begging their son's father, mother, whatever the situation is, for help. Because adults know better. Adults know that they're supposed to take care of their children. There's no need for you to be like, this nigga don't take care of his kids. There's no need for it. Because they know. So me, I don't waste my energy, to be honest. I've never really wasted my energy. I've never been the type of person who had patience for much. Sorry, I was looking out the window. Thought I saw a spider. Anyways, I've never been the type of person that had patience for much. When it came to relationships, we're all grown. We know what to do and what not to do. And though everybody's their own individual person and everybody needs help in different aspects of life, when it comes to responsibilities, you know what you need to do. Like, you know you gotta pay your bills. You know that you gotta go to work. You know you gotta punch that clock. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we know to do. So why is it any different when it comes to children? And it racks my brain. I don't know, even though I think I've heard that before. It like fucks me up when I hear stories of men and women who have it so hard and they're such great parents. Such great parents, and they're fussing and they're fighting just to have someone in their life that's supposed to be there. When they don't even have to fuss and fight. You don't have to. I took it upon myself a long time ago to say to myself, if he wanted to be here, he would have been. If he wanted to help, he would. Some people want you to ask so they can feel good. I'm not asking for anything. A lot of people don't want to ask. They just want you to do. 7 years, I took care of my son. I never kept him away from his dad. I always kept very good communication between them, though he was in prison for 6 of those years. I allowed his family to do things for him. You know, Christmas, he got presents. But for the most part, there has never been really a co-parenting relationship between his father and I. It's not, besides the communication as far as them talking, and that's it. I don't beg for compensation. I don't ask you to take care of responsibilities. I just take care of mine every day. And that's that. I'm not taking away from his dad. He loves him. I know he does. He has a lot going on. And when he got out of prison, I wanted him to focus on that. And he made it seem like, you know, when I get out, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And I always call it jail talk. That's just me. Call it jail talk. Because once you get out and you hit the world again, and you get surrounded by all those people that were there before, things shift, you know? And you get out and you realize, like, damn, she really has a family now. She really has a husband. Like, they really take care of their child. And that's just life. And I'm not condemning him. I pray for him all the time, hoping that he continues to get it together for the sake of his child. We've had some communication issues in the past where all we did was argue because I felt like he was coming out trying to make demands. And I'm like, you haven't been in your child's life, all of his life. There are boundaries. Take it slow. This is a little boy here whose father is coming into his life for the first time at the age of 6. And he just wanted to pile it on, like, too soon, it was just too much at one time. And I would explain to him it was too much. But sometimes the miscommunication messes things up, and as far as a co-parenting relationship between him and I now, it doesn't really exist. Like a lot of disrespect, you know, and like I said, I don't take disrespect lightly. I'm not going to sit there and be disrespected and just allow things to happen. No, that's not me. And I'm not subjecting my son to that either. So I just avoid it. At this point, I still allow my son to speak with him. He communicates with him through Charles. This is our co-parenting setup as of now until communication can get better. Me and him don't talk at all. If anything, he'll talk to Charles, my husband. I think I talked to him one time on the phone a couple weeks ago to let him know that he asked if he could come see his son for his birthday. And I allowed him to come see him. I'm not one of those people. You gonna come, you gonna come. I'm gonna let you come. And I'm not going to keep you away. I don't care what you've done. I'm not gonna keep you away from your son. That's it. And he came and I was cordial. I was nice, cooked dinner. We had some drinks, we talked and stuff, but I can still see in his visit that there was still underlying issues there. And these are underlying issues that he has to settle within himself before we can have any kind of co-parenting relationship. I don't care what you do for a living. If you put my child last, that means he is not a priority. And I felt like it was a slap in my face when he came here, presented himself, you know, expensive outfit, expensive car. And I was just like, how we thought about it was, okay, you came here to play with your son for his birthday. And when my husband goes outside and plays with him, he puts on basketball shorts and like these dad Pumas that we buy for him. We call them dad shoes. Cause Georgia, we have red clay dirt. Like dirt, period. If you're going outside to play, it's dirt outside, period. So I don't see how $1,000 shoes were relevant to come play outside with your son. So I don't know what the motive was for the visit. I'm glad he came to spend time with his son, but those underlying issues are issues that need to be settled within. I can't help with that. And a lot of people go through that. Like, when he goes and he leaves, the conversations are still there. But at the end of the day, we are still raising this little boy to be a fantastic young man. And, oh my God, sorry. And nobody's gonna take that from you. Now, if you're gonna step up and do what you need to do, go for it. And nobody can tell me any different. I don't care what's being said on his side of the fence, because it's always, I'm being difficult. I'm really not a difficult person. I'm really not. And I just feel that people have to go through situations like this because they're so stressful. And for a while, I had to tell myself it's not worth the energy. Because the energy that I was putting into it, miserable. Why you always want to argue? Why this? Why? It was a constant argue battle, like almost every day. And I'm like, for what? Bottom of the line is, the story is, you have a son, take care of him. That's it. But after a while, you just have to sit back and just allow them to, my mom always told me this, because my dad wasn't really in my life when I was growing up. My mom always told me this. She allowed me to grow up to see the kind of person that he was. She never badmouthed him to me. She never talked bad about him to me. She just let me grow up to see the kind of man that he was. And now I see the kind of man that he is. And though me and him have an okay relationship, it's not the best. Not at all. So I hate to have a relationship, for my son to have a relationship with his dad that I had with mine. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I want my son to be as happy as ever. I don't want him to be crying because daddy didn't come. Daddy had you sitting on the stoop like my dad did, waiting for him, and he just cancels. I got a tickle in my throat. And I just want him to to have the best mindset, especially being just 7 years old, because he doesn't really understand. He doesn't. And I'm glad I have somebody like my husband who is such a trooper, like through all of this stuff. Like, he literally like mellows me out and keeps me level-headed. And I love it. I love it at the end of the day. It doesn't make the situation more difficult. I'm not fighting with my husband because of my son's father. And that is an amazing feeling. So at the end of the day, I know I spoke, it's 18 minutes and 20. I'm gonna have to edit a little bit, but I know I said a mouthful. I pretty much covered part 1 and part 2 of co-parenting. This is a difficult topic because a lot of people feel differently about co-parenting. And I just hope that eventually, and I'm not gonna say, it's probably gonna be like this for the rest of our lives because not everybody's gonna be happy. But I hope eventually that if you're going through an issue with your son's daughter's mom, dad, you just have to take a step back, breathe, and understand that you have no control over an adult. An adult knows what they're supposed to do, especially when it comes to taking care of a child. Sometimes it doesn't even take much. We don't want much, you know, but one thing you shouldn't have to do is ask. When you ask, sometimes you get a little ignorant, or you always need some shit and whatever. Don't ask. That karma gonna be right around that corner to whoop that ass. Whoop it. Anyways, I feel like I've been long-winded. I feel like I talked too much. And now I feel like I'm going to end this video. So, everybody, check out my blog, www.ashleypascal.com. And this is my YouTube channel, Dear Ashley, ... I keep looking at the screen. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. See, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm definitely gonna have to fix that. So I did it again.